我们要站起来上，要站，当然唱歌是不要走右，上好线。对 ，sorry。站起来。好，大家先等。因为我要跟着这边来查那个。
December 如果完全不是，然后开始
Okay, hi everyone. Let's get started for our San Francisco YAD Annual General Meeting 2017. Please stand up and face the Buddha. Sing all day to the triple gem.
预报。在那里。
Okay. Let's take 3 bows to the Buddha. First bow. Second bow. Third bow. Please form the lotus gesture and recite the members' creed. Let's recite it together. We pay homage to the triple gem with reverence and actively devote our lives to the propagation of Buddhism. We uphold the principle of humanistic Buddhism and wish everyone health and happiness. We practice the Buddhist teaching in everyday life and always maintain a devout and solemn heart. We cultivate compassion, wisdom, and diligence for the benefit of all beings. We respect our members and greet them warmly on every occasion. We develop the wisdom that is within ourselves through right understanding and right view. We experience the joy of Dharma through the eradication of ignorance and defilements. We commit ourselves to the liberation of all beings from suffering and the creation of a pure land on earth. Please sit down. Let's welcome our president of the SFYAD.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming today. I'm glad to actually see a lot of new faces here today. We are gonna have a lot of things to talk about today. We start off with some icebreakers so that everyone know one another, especially the new people. And I will also give a brief introduction to SFYAD, who we are, what's our organization like, and we'll summarize what we have done for 2017 or since the last annual meeting. Then we have a lot of exciting announcements. We have a few new officer positions to announce and some new updates. Then we'll talk about our 2018 plans, which has a lot of exciting activities, so I'm really excited to talk about that. And we'll end off with Outstanding Member Award, which we would like to highlight some of really outstanding members and appreciate their commitment and their contribution to SFYAD. And then of course the advisor speech at the end. So, are you excited? I'm excited. Okay. Alright, let's start off with the icebreakers. The Ho brothers, Carl and Brian, will be taking this.
Hi, my name is Carl, and a lot of you have seen me before, and that's my brother, Brian. So for this icebreaker, I'm gonna ask you guys to introduce yourself. You're gonna say your name, you're gonna say your hobby, you're gonna tell us how long you've been around SFYAD, and something fun. The fourth thing is something fun about you. Also, I prepared some card. There are some questions in it, and then pick a card and then answer the questions at the end. Okay? So now everyone feel free to pick a card. We can pass it around.
Yes, yeah, take one and pass it down.
Take one and pass it down.
Yeah, half of it.
Yeah, give her half.
Take one of it. Yes, you want it?
I don't know. I'm 15, so.
Okay, take one and pass down.
I wrote it. I handwritten it. I tried to print it, but it didn't work. So I know my handwriting is not very legible. But okay, we can begin with our president.
Oh,
Yeah. What did you want?
One time.
Okay.
So I am Celine, and I've been in SFYAD for about 2 years plus. And what's the
Hobby?
My hobby is to like sing karaoke. Sing karaoke. And what's something fun about me? Oh wow! Something fun about me is that I can imitate people very well.
What?
Yes, imitate.
Oh, imitate.
Yeah, I do imitation of people well.
Just demonstrate it.
Okay. So the question Carl says that I got here is, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Right.
So when I was a kid, what I wanted to be, right?
Right.
When I was a kid, I actually wanted to be an architect. Yeah. And later I found out that it's not as fun as I thought it is. So, but I pivoted to become a designer. So I love it so far.
Right.
Cool.
Awesome.
My name is Charlene, and I've been here for exactly 1 year. So 366 days ago, it's my first day here, and then now I'm here. So the next question is,
What's your hobby?
oh, my hobby. My hobby is singing karaoke with Celine and cooking. And one interesting fact of me is that I look very little or thin, but I eat a lot.
Yes.
And the question here in my card is, who is the most inspirational person to me?
Right.
Or me? Or
To
to
you.
me? Okay.
Who's the most inspirational?
I can only say one.
You can say a few.
Yeah, you can say it.
Okay, I will say SFYAD.
Everyone
That's
is.
everyone is SFYAD because I would say be very candid that one of the main reasons that I stay in San Francisco is because I have people like you here, so I don't. That's very yeah.
That's sweet.
That's sweet.
So hi everyone, my name's Yenting, and I've been here around 3 years now at Temple NYD, and my hobbies are singing and gaming. And one interesting thing about myself I think I was self-taught myself piano at the temple.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That was amazing.
yeah,
That was impressive.
yeah.
That was impressive.
I didn't know that you don't know piano.
So yeah, that's how I trick everyone. And what is the best praise or advice you've received? So I really like Master Shin's quote, when there is Buddhism, there is a way. And recently I've had some lows in life this year and had to make some tough decisions. And I think that in the grand picture, everything's just a trial, a test for me. And yeah, just don't regret whatever decision I make, and something good will turn out in the future.
Edward.
Hi, I'm Edward. I've been here for a little less than 3 years. My hobby is gaming. One interesting fact, I can't do left turns.
Like driving?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Wait, does it end up being a U-turn?
I have to turn. Listen,
So
you have to
you
go
go
around.
Right and
Huh? I overturn.
Oh, I think it's just practice more, man.
Yeah. Okay.
And the card says, if you could have one wish come true, what would it be? Me? It would be car.
But you don't know
But
left
you don't
turn.
The fastest right hand driver.
Yeah.
Only right hand.
Only right. So I can fix the left turn.
You have to go around, go back to left.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brian. I forgot the question.
How long you been at SFYAD? How
Like 1 to 2 years. Yeah, and hobby. I like playing basketball a lot. So yeah, I
Tell
like
me
playing
something.
basketball, gaming, and something interesting.
Alright, how about yourself?
I'm not a very shy person. I'm like down to do things. So like, I like it. Oh, what was the question is, what was the most embarrassing moment in your life? I remember once like I had to give a presentation at a university in front of a class,
Okay.
but then my friend knew that I was gonna do a presentation, so he somehow like got into my computer and changed my homepage to like something very inappropriate. So and I have no idea walking in, so I walk in. He's in the class too. He was like, "Oh, add oil, you can do great, no problem, right?" And then I plug in, and I need to go download something from my drive, or like I forgot get something from the email or something. And I clicked on the Google Chrome, and I didn't even know. I wasn't even looking at it because I wasn't looking. Everyone just looked at me like shocked. And I just said, "Oh, sorry, that was a mistake," and I just kept going, just pretend nothing happened. In my heart, it was like pretty embarrassing.
Oh my god. What a good friend.
So I'm Albert. How long have you been at SFYAD? I don't know. I guess felt like it's my first day here, but
Last year.
last year. Okay. What's the next question?
What's your hobby?
I like to go sightseeing and hiking.
And tell us something interesting about yourself.
Something interesting about myself. I guess I like to eat, but not very good at cooking. And then my card says, what was the worst present you have received? This is actually a hard question because I guess so far I haven't received any bad presents yet.
Association.
So I guess probably the worst present would probably be something like chocolate or candy, because I guess that's unhealthy for you.
Alright, hi, I'm Ben. So I've been around for maybe 8 to 10 months, a little bit under a year. My interest would be probably playing badminton. Nothing else. So something interesting about me would probably be I can cycle without touching the handlebars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Because I grew up cycling a lot, so our friends who around my area we have like long stretches of road and there's like slopes and downs, so challenge each other going down slope without hands and crazy. So that's how I learned. Yeah. And my question is, where would you love to go on holiday? So I want to go to Taiwan. Because growing up in Singapore, almost everyone around me has been to Taiwan, but not me. So yeah, I think I want to go there.
Next year. Your
Yep.
dream is coming true. Nice. Key.
Skip me.
Oh.
Later.
You want to know?
Oh, okay. My name is Ki Heng.
Same question.
Same question.
Oh.
No,
I'll use your
have
question.
another. Okay. Ki Heng have been here since 2003, April, with SFYAD since day one.
Wow.
When was that? I forgot already.
2015.
2015. Yeah. Okay. And hobby, cycling, hiking, and then the question, right? If you had what's that? Magical pokers? Is that right? Powers. Okay. Powers. Okay. What is it?
If you have magical powers,
Name something that you would change. Oh, just change the building to the new one.
Good one.
Okay.
That's very practical.
Yeah.
My name is Nathan. I have been here since November 2014. For me, I like swimming and cooking. The question that I got is, which your best feature? My best feature is sleeping.
very productive.
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Best
Best
feature.
feature.
Most natural.
Now I know why I'm so skinny. Got enough sleep.
You can sleep at any second.
Alright, thank you.
Me.
Alright, Kenny.
My name's Kenny. I've been here for half a year. My hobbies include meditation, going to sauna.
Hold on. The gym.
Sauna.
Going to learn about Buddhism and what's the next question?
What's your
Fun thing.
Something
Fun.
interesting about
Fun.
yourself.
Something interesting about myself is I have 2 cats and I like Asian traveling.
Traveling to Asia. Yeah.
Asian travel.
Here's the Asian traveling.
China Airline.
What's your part say?
Yeah.
Why would you like to go to a tropical island or go to the Arctic more?
Which one you would
Which one
like
is
to go?
I think everyone would go to the tropic, including myself, because why don't you go to the Arctic?
Okay, thank you, Kenny.
Hi, I'm Katrina. I've been here for a little over a year. My hobby, I do play competitive badminton, and I also do a lot of pottery and ceramics, that kind of stuff. A thing that's interesting about myself is that, I get very discouraged a lot, and people see me really kind of outgoing, but then again, I'm also really discouraged by small things. So yeah. And the thing on the card is that, which 3 words describe you best? I procrastinate a lot. I just hate doing homework sometimes, and I procrastinate. I'm motivated to when I'm really passionate about something, I can be very motivated, and the 3rd one's passionate. You know, passionate about different like causes and organizations and stuff like that.
Are you in college?
Last year of high school.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Hey, what have you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been attending since May, I think. And a hobby is I paint. I like painting landscapes. Something interesting is I read science fiction, I guess. And
You read or write?
read.
You also write?
Yeah, I also write.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Only like short stories, but yeah. And then I guess my question is, if you could rule the world for a day, say something you would ban. I guess I'd ban like being mean. I don't know. I don't know.
Being mean.
I'm Isaac. Hobbies, gaming, watching cooking shows. Something interesting. I haven't read a book that wasn't a textbook in 15 years.
So you've only read textbooks
Yes.
for the last 15 years?
And then
Wow.
the question is, what would you like to see into the future and why? And I would say yes, just because it would be interesting to find out what happens.
Find out the lottery number.
That's important.
That's an important fact.
And share with us, okay?
Yeah. Friends.
Everyone, my name is Sunlu. You can call me Sunny. I've been to YAD for maybe 3 months. My hobby including gaming, playing music, and play sports.
Gambling?
Gaming.
Oh, gaming. That's an interesting hobby.
Let's go with it.
Gambling.
Not the best thing
Gambling
to
is
say.
not long-lasting hobbies. One interesting thing about me is I like to drive. Especially I want to take my stick shift car to the mountain.
Initial D.
Yeah, exactly.
You drift and stuff too?
Drifting?
No.
It's just driving.
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard and it's looked. So yeah, I think it's helped me relax. When I drive stick shift, I feel connect to my car. So yeah, that's one interesting about me. And the question I have is, which common saying or phrase describes you? So what does it mean?
What's some common
I want
phrase
to
people would describe you like?
Yeah.
I think
how
I
would
want
you
to
describe you?
direct the question back to you guys because
Oh, I
people describe it to me.
see. Okay.
So
Really
Or
nice.
what's something that you usually hear
Yeah.
people describe you? Yeah.
So that is the most, right? Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. My name's Carl. I've been around SFYAD for I don't know 2 years. Yeah, I've been around Tampa longer than that, but SFYAD maybe 1 year, 2 years. Something interesting about me. Oh no, hobby first. Hobby. I like going to the beach. I'm an outdoor person. I like going to the beach, laying down, getting sunbath. Something interesting about me. I like cruising around. I like driving my car, cruising around the city, listening to music, enjoy the weather. Yeah. And what does my car say? What's the best thing that has happened to me in this week? I got a job interview. I guess that's one thing.
Future lawyer.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
So thank you for everyone participating in this icebreaker game. I will give it back to Celine.
Yes, thank you. I hope everybody get a little warmed up and you know something a little more about everyone beside you. Okay, so let's start off with introduction to SFYAD. I know a lot of you, we are a relatively new SFYAD, and a lot of our members, like they're sitting here, you said, yeah, some of you have been here, but you may not actually know like who we are, how are we in terms of our organization. So I'd like to give this introduction so everyone has a common knowledge. So this all started with our founder, which is Venerable Master Xing Yun. And this just a little bit about him. He completed his ordination in 1941 and received the formal announcement as the 48th Patriarch of the Lin Chan School of Mahayana Buddhism. So he is known as one of the most prominent proponents of humanistic Buddhism. And in order to do that, he first founded the Foguangshan Buddhist Order, which essentially is for the monastics to propagate and practice humanistic Buddhism. And there are many, many branch temples around the world. And the temple that you're at now today, Foguangshan Sanbao Temple, is one of the branch temple of Foguangshan. So there is also a counterpart. Foguangshan is for the monastics. There's also one for the lay Buddhists, and that is the Buddha's Light International Association. We call them BLIA, not BLIA. BLIA. Yeah. No.
Some people say BLIA.
Some people call it BLIA.
Monastics say BLIA.
Yeah. Especially in South America.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
When they talk to us, always BLIA.
BLIA. Okay, yeah, BLIA, I prefer that. Yeah. So this is for the lay Buddhists to also practice and propagate humanistic Buddhism. And under that, there are actually many regional chapters around the world. And right here, we have the San Francisco chapter. And we also have a young adult division that is under the BLIA. So for the San Francisco chapter itself, there's a lot of local sub-chapters around. And under the young adult division, we have many subdivisions of YADs around the world. And San Francisco YAD, YAD, is just one of them. And since we are one of them and we are located in San Francisco, so we also work really closely and we are considered one of the sub-chapter of the San Francisco chapter. So this is how we are related. And because we are using this place over here, we are very affiliated with the Sanbao Temple. Cool? Now everybody know what is BLIA, what is and where we are in the whole organization structure. So what we do here at YAD, basically we organize activities that allow us to practice and propagate humanistic Buddhism. We want to deepen our understanding of Buddhism through all of these events that we are organizing. And we also want to contribute to the society. That's why we volunteer. We volunteer and engage with local communities. And we want to practice a lot of 3 acts of goodness and 4 givings, which is essentially do good deeds, say good words, have good thoughts. And that brings me to a little gift for everyone over here, which is essentially the 3 acts of goodness. Yeah, please take one. Yeah, take one.
It's a little souvenir.
Yeah, it's just a little souvenir. Thank you to Venerable Miao Zong for offering this to us. So please, yeah. And also the 4 givings. So we want to try to practice this and then incorporate in our daily activities. Hi, Lawrence.
Hi.
Lawrence. Yeah. So about SFYAD, we have been around for a long while, but we kind of we died off for a bit. So we were re-established in 2015, and that's where we have the first president after our re-establishment, Randy, last year, before I take over this year. And since then, since our what?
You took over last year?
I took over officially this year.
Oh, this year.
Officially. The election was in October last year. Yes. It sounds so far away, right? Yeah. So since we have re-established, we have been engaging, like I've said earlier, engaging with local communities by social activities. And we've been organizing a lot of Buddhist-related activities like the seminar and the different classes, so that people can learn more about Buddhism. So, what have we done since the last annual meeting? When I say year of 2017, right, it's actually October last year till now. So since then, I actually went back and counted the number of events. We have at least 37 events. I'm serious. We have at least 37. I'm not even joking. I'm like shocked when I saw that. Right? So, at least 37. So, and it's actually more because we have a lot of like smaller gatherings that I didn't even count it because I can't remember. So basically our events are all broken up into 3 different buckets. So the first bucket is like Buddhism related stuff. So we had 8 seminars and classes. We had 1 movie appreciation. We've done an awesome 3-day, 2-night memorial weekend retreat. Thanks to Chu Ling. Yes. We've also done 2 Temple Life weekend. So it's a 2-day, 1-night event. Thanks to Ben for organizing it. And just in July, the past July, 11 of us went to attend the International Buddha's Light Young Adult Executive Conference. Yes. Yes, I always look at it too. No, yeah. And the next category is volunteering, and we are really, really active in volunteering. We went to 3 food banks or MedShare. We also did the winter clothing distribution. So last December, we collected winter clothing and we distributed at a homeless shelter. We volunteered at a lot of the Buddhist ceremonies or services, like the Buddha wedding is one of them, children blessing ceremony. Bay to Breakers, Yen represented SFYAD to run at the Bay to Breakers. Ting and Winston, who's not here today, actually represented us also to help out at the booth in the Bay to Breakers Expo. And Rose Garden, I have to really mention this. This Rose Garden happened on the day that it was the hottest day. If you guys remember the hottest day in San Francisco, it was 100 degrees, 110 degrees. Poor guy.
No, I'm not the only one, but a lot
of you guys went to and helped out. Thank you guys.
Sunny was there.
Sunny was there. And of course, a bunch of us went to help out and clean up at the coastal event.
Yeah.
And of course, we are not just about volunteering and Buddhism. We also love to have fun. So there's actually a lot more, but I only listed the major ones. Like we went to Real Escape Game, went to Great America together. Movies, karaoke session, badminton. Just now when we had that session, a lot of people mentioned that they love sports or badminton. We also love to have parties at different members' places and doing day trips. So yes, Katrina, what?
Nothing.
Oh, you raised your hand, so I thought.
Nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is awesome, and we actually have a video to summarize what happened for the last year, and thanks to Ben for putting this video together.
Thank you. Yeah, turn on light.
是圣洁人要微笑，无休止跪不要紧，留袖带人要厚道，请相信没有烦恼，把袖口中都说好。就算条件君子，是这大家成佛道，若是人人能施手，佛国净土能逍遥。一生人我不计较，分手彼此不比较，三生同是有理要微笑，不生气贵不要紧，留袖待人要厚道，七手心内不烦恼，把袖口中多说好。就说条件君子，是这大家成佛道。若是人人能施手，佛国净土能逍遥。
你今天好认真。Oh my god, we did so many things, so like tearing up soon. Alright, so we also have a financial report. So Lathan, let's welcome our treasurer Lathan to come give a financial report.
Since the last year annual meeting, we received $5,822.6 for the income. For the total expenditure, we spent $3,708. And here is the financial report for the major events. For the fundraise and donation, we received $2,083. For the retreat registration, we received $2,075, and we also spent $2,045 on it. For the YAD conference reimbursement, we reimbursed $500 and
$553.87.
yeah. And then we have $2,114 left in our bank account.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks.
Lathan. Yeah. So basically, every year we have this fundraising. So so it will help us, attend the conference and reimburse a lot of these activities, or even like cover some of the additional costs in running some of the events. So we are able to do all of these events because of our very amazing officer team. So, and this is our officer team here. Chilling, Lathan, Ben, Katrina, Kevin, and then Yenting, Wendy, and Edward. And we would like to actually thank all of these officers today with a little gift. So, Paul, you can go ahead.
So I prepared a little speech for the officer. For a second. Right. So we total have 5 officers to thank. The first one, I'm not going to say the name first, but the first person I want to thank, this member, he always brings happiness and joy to the group. He always tries his best to complete each task. He's willing to put effort in each assignment, even he has to go to school full time, and living away from the city. It was a pleasure working with you in the past year, and I would like to thank you for your past service here. He's our treasurer. Thank you, Nathan Wong.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for the service.
You have to introduce the work.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, I can introduce after this. Yes. Okay.
Do you want me to do this also?
No?
Over there.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Continue. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, continue please.
All right, while you're working on this, we're gonna continue our thank you speech. The next person I want to thank you, he's a young and athletic member. He's always willing to take on challenges and strive for his best to complete each task. He always has a brilliant creative mind, which can make our content exciting and colorful. His creative mind is a valuable asset to SFYAD. I'm amazed by his creative mind. I would like to thank him for his past service. He's our media officer, Calvin.
Yes.
He bailed last minute.
We'll deliver the message to him through air.
Yes. We will give it to you. Okay. Next.
The next person I want to thank is, he's an experienced and talented member. He is working hard to build his career to success. In the past year, he demonstrated impressive managing ability and great leadership. He has successfully set up numerous events and activities for SFYAD. Each event organized by him is a wonderful experience for all the attendees. He also demonstrates his strong commitment to SFYAD and Sample Temple, because we always see him helping members in every member in the temple. His strong ability and leadership is an undeniable fact. I see him as my partner and also as my mentor. I want to thank him for his past service. It's our event officer, Ben. Thank you.
Photo.
No, photo. Sure. You guys should sit something.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Next person. She's an intelligent person.
She. Wow.
Who has been highly trained and educated. She applies her working experience and education to strengthen quality and efficiency of our service. She has successfully organized numerous of events, such as the New Year Tea ceremony, Children's Day, and almost every single of the past events. She also demonstrated quality of a faithful member by her active participation and involvement in SFYAD. Furthermore, she has a unique ability to draw everyone's attention and bring team members to the working table. She's our secretary, Choling. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Call. Okay, ready, 1, 2, good. Alright.
Yay.
And last but not least, she's a young, brilliant person whose mature level is beyond her age. She has proven that age is not. Intelligent level. She has proven that age is not a limitation to one's ability, but a motivation to be stronger. She also demonstrated the quality of a committed member. Her willingness to commute to SFYAD every week from Auckland by public transportation is admirable for each of us. She also demonstrated the quality of a good Buddhist by applying the 3 good deeds in her daily life, the 3 good acts in her daily life. Thank you for your past service, Katrina.
Let's hear. 1, 2, go. And okay.
All right. Right. Beside the officer, we also have someone to thank, which is our board members, Yanting and also Edward.
And Wendy, Wendy was not here.
Wendy is
Right.
not here, but
Yeah. Thank you for your effort and also participation in our every single meeting. Without you guys, you guys are the decision makers and the brain of SFYAD. So thank you for approving the decision. Without your approval, none of this would happen. So thank you very much. Thank you. We also have something for Yanting and Edward.
Okay, and then turn call together. Get ready, 1, 2, smile. How about that? You want? Okay.
1, 2, 3. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, like Carl has said, we couldn't do this without all of these officers, and we really thank all of you for helping. And if any of you who's interested in becoming an officer, we can talk about it after this.
What we can talk about?
Yeah. All right. So what's new? What's new since the last meeting? We have a lot of new announcements. So we have actually a few new members. Some of them are here. Ben, Sonny, Ian, Kenny, Chuling, Isaac. So please stand up. Welcome these new members. And for 2000.
GQ model.
Yes, this is
Winter
choreographed by Carl,
2017.
right?
Photography service.
Yeah, modeling service here.
Yeah.
So yes, because of some studying, commitments, Lathan has decided to, hand over the treasurer duties to Kenny for 2018. And Kenny, please, say a few words.
First of all, I'd like to thank SFYAD officers for considering me for treasury, and I'm deeply humbled to take this position, and I look forward to being the treasurer of SFYAD. And thank you again.
All right. And next, we also have a new position. It's called the Public Relations Officer. So in this 2018, one of our plans is to engage more in the local college student associations, and we would like to collaborate with these student associations to maybe co-host events, so that we can really engage more of the younger adults out there. And therefore, we need a new role, the PR officer role, which Carl, who's the current vice president, is going to take up.
Temporary.
For as long as it's needed, and yes, and Carl can talk a little bit more about this.
Right. So this is a new role. So like Celine said, we hopefully to collaborate with the local colleges. We hope this role will bring more interaction and communication with the students, and we can invite them to our events. Right now, as you guys know, I'm the vice president. I'm temporarily taking over this until there's a good candidate. Then we will have that person to take over that officer role. And under this role, we will have ambassador. Each ambassador will be responsible to communicate with each local student. depend on the candidate of the ambassador. If the person, maybe let's say he's an alumni of San Francisco State, and then we will assign him to responsible for the communication with San Francisco State Student Association. In San Francisco, there are several main colleges: Academy of Art, San Francisco State University, University of San Francisco.
City College.
Right, City College, UCSF, Golden Gate. Those are some main colleges. So hopefully we can have 1 to 2 ambassadors to be responsible for each college. And yeah, if you guys are interested to be ambassador for SFYAD, please feel free to tell us, and we would like to talk to you more about this.
Thank you, Carl.
Is there any training needed for the ambassadors?
Yes.
Yes, we will have training and
Yes.
plan. Yes.
All right, and we also have a new SFYAD website. So, as you can see in this new website, in this new website, we hope that it will actually have one place to have the latest information about us and also all of our upcoming events. So as you can see, today's annual meeting is advertised on it. So hopefully each of our events will be in there. And this is also a great place for you to find out more information about our founder, Venerable Master Xingyun, the temple, and any of the BLIA information. Yes. So please log on and subscribe to the newsletter on our new website.
Newsletter.
Yes. Next, we have a bit of a membership update. So a lot of you here today are the BLIA member, which is a paid membership. And then we also have a YAD membership for people who don't want to be a paid member. And essentially, the funds that we collect for the membership fees are for the operation of the whole Foguangshan BLIA, all of these major activities. So here, what we think for the BLIA member, some of your eligibility will include sponsorship to a lot of the Buddhist and youth conferences, the registration fees, the right to vote for our committee, the board of committee, including the president and the vice president, and the right to be an officer and board of committee. So the main update over here is we also allow students to be waived of the annual fee of $25. So if you are not a student, you have to pay the annual fee of $25 and a one-time $20 fee for the membership card and badge. But if you are a student, as long as you submit a student waiver form every year, you don't have to pay and you can maintain your BLIA member status. Yes, any questions? No? Okay. Cool. All right, exciting stuff for the next year. What have we planned for you for the upcoming from now till the next year? So essentially, I'd like to share a little bit about our philosophy behind how we organize our events. So it started off with it started off with a story. Once upon a time, but not really far away, but there was a YAD in some other subdivisions, and they were like us. They organized a lot of events like summer camps or any of the Buddhism classes or retreats. And for one of the summer camps, they were asking a lot of their friends to come to the event and help out, right? We need lots of youth to come and help out at the summer camps. And what happened was that for that summer camp, some of the kids kind of learned a song that was popular at that time. And the meaning of that song was actually quite bad because it doesn't sound like it is actually cursing the parents. So can you imagine the kids that went to attend a Buddhist summer camp came back singing songs that were cursing parents? definitely not good. But you think that these are common sense, right? But a lot of times we don't know. So because of this, they came up with a way to make sure that all of the youths who are helping out at the events have a consistent, right view and a consistent knowledge, so that they are at least propagating the right message to the people that are attending the event. So they came out with this thing called the White Elephant Staff Criteria, and essentially what it really is this list of a list of like checklists that actually allows you to say, oh, some of the Buddhist knowledge that you should have, the amount of volunteering or participation that you should have, and the leadership skills that you demonstrate based on this criteria. So as SFYAD, when we look at this staff criteria, of course we wish that everybody that is organizing activities should have the same knowledge, participation and leadership. But we also think that it's a very good guideline for us to let our members, anybody, even though you are not helping out in organizing events, to have the same Buddhist knowledge and the same understanding. So that's how we came out with our philosophy of like organizing our 2018 events. So we'd like to invite Carl to talk about. Yes. So if you're interested in the White Elephant Staff Criteria, you can visit our website and there's more info about that. So yes,
right.
Carl.
So upcoming events. So we have a lot of exciting events coming up. This I list out some of the highlight. So from now on, we're gonna have monthly seminar. Every month, every first Sunday of the month, we have a seminar, and every other month we have a movie appreciation. Each month we have different topic on seminar. We decide like usually a month earlier on what topic. Last seminar we had a topic about smartphone. How does it impact our relationship? And then every 2 to 3 months we will have a volunteer and social service. Sometimes food bank, mass share, or clothes drives, things like that. Depend on the decisions. And then here are the major events. So in October to December, for the rest of the year, we will have a Heart Suture and Buddhism etiquette class every Saturday from October. Right, those are the dates. In the etiquette class, we're gonna learn about Buddhism instruments, and also some basic etiquettes that every Buddhist should have. And then also we have tea meditation class. Pretty much is tea, but also combined with meditation, how you drink tea with a meditative mind. And then early next year, from January to March, we have a Buddhism exams. Well, don't worry, it is an exam, but it's not something, it's not about how good you are. It's a way to see what position you are in the journey. It's not like a graded thing, a system, not a system thing. Right? And the next thing, we have the Chinese New Year banquets in February 17th. If you guys are free on that day, feel free to join us. There will be a lot of fun. Also, later in March, we have the SFYAD fundraising concerts. So we're gonna decide what kind of concert, what kind of singing and performance we're gonna do at the concert. The purpose of this concert is to prepare the coming up conference in Taiwan, which is
we were in July.
In July. The detail of from April to June, we will have mindful leadership workshop. This is going to be a 2 days workshop. We're going to learn about Buddhism knowledge, some Buddhism etiquette, also some CPR training, things like that, how to become a great Buddhist leader. And then next one, we have Memorial Weekend Meditation Retreat. Like last year, it was a successful retreat.
This year.
This year, May. I was thinking, right, 2017, May, we had a successful meditation retreat. A lot of us here participated in retreats. We have done a lot of fun things. We have done games. We have meditation at the point race, right? And it was a nice way to approach the nature. And then later on, in July, September, we have the International BLIA-YAD conference, which is the purpose of the fundraising to fundraise for the operation fee and also other budgets, right? And then later on, we have Temple Life Experience Camp. Like this year, we also had that. We had the chance to experience how to live in Temple and learn about the living life in Temple. Yep.
Yes. Any questions?
Any questions?
Do we have anything in June?
June? No. So June, we will be using it to prepare for what's needed for the conference.
And then July,
Yeah.
we haven't set up any dates for the conference yet. They've been asking on the forums what time is usually great for students to get off of school and to start doing start the conference. So
yeah,
we'll update on that later on.
Yes. And as usual, like we have the monthly seminar every month anyway. So June we also will have our monthly seminar. Awesome.
Tomorrow you're going to be very busy for the crafts.
Just preparing. Yeah, the reason why we're preparing is because as you see in the conference, you remember the cup thing that we were doing? That was a performance that we were preparing for the conference. So we spent like 2 weeks plus to prepare. Yeah, to prepare and then practice. So we wanted to dedicate that time for it. And of course, we haven't planned in like actual volunteering events, so this will be sprinkled throughout the year. So we'll probably have about 3 to 4 volunteering events throughout the year, depending on our engagement with them. Okay, awesome.
Right. So we are looking for volunteers for these 3 events: fundraising concert, mindful leadership workshop, and meditation retreat. If you guys feel interested and want to help out, you are welcome to do so. The person who in charge for fundraising concert is Vincent Yanting. If you guys want to help them out, Yanting is right here. Feel free to send him a message, say hi.
Yeah.
Oh sure. Yeah. So fundraising concert, we're primarily doing this to raise money for our flights to Taiwan, because this year we went to Los Angeles, so yeah, we did some fundraisers and some performances, but because travel is much cheaper domestically than internationally, so yeah, the amount of effort's relatively lighter on each of us. But last year we hosted a very big banquet with a lot of food and about 2 hours of performances, but from that event we raised a lot of money and we were able to sponsor several $100s to everyone who went. So this next year we're going to host a fundraising concert, so instead of a balance between food and music, I think that this would be more musically oriented. A lot of you in your self-introductions, you said that you like singing, you like music, so I think everyone has different talents that we can all utilize.
Performance here.
Yeah.
Right. Start drifting in the parking lot.
That's right. Yeah.
No, you have someone stand inside.
Better make a point like donate.
Start drifting around.
Donuts. Wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to just showcase all of your wonderful talents and show our appreciation for the temple devotees and venerables who supported us all the time, and yeah, also to improve our familiarity with Buddhist concepts and our regular Buddhist songs, like the one we just sang at the start. So yeah, hope to have everyone in.
All right. Okay, right. If you guys want to help out the mindful leadership workshop, the people who are responsible, in charge of managing right now are Ben and Kenny. If you guys want to, if you guys are interested, feel free to contact them.
Join us.
You want to address a little bit about this, Ken and Ben?
No.
There's not a lot of details out for
Yeah, there's no details yet, so
the
there's nothing to
leadership
address.
workshop and the meditation retreat.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's in what, April?
Right. The
So-
organizer for meditation retreat, Katrina and Choli, right? Yeah. If you guys want to help out for that event, feel free to contact them.
Right, thank you. So again, Outstanding Member Award. So we like to appreciate, like, you know, the people, all of you are like outstanding, right? It's so hard to choose, but we still have to, we like to highlight like some people. So the way we actually decide this is by pure voting. So we, like, I think 3-4 weeks ago, we started a voting on the Facebook page. So people are allowed to nominate up to 3 people in the form. And we just tabulated everybody's votes, and the top 2 became the awardees of the Outstanding Member Award. And it was a very, very close vote. Like everyone, there's only like 1 vote difference for the top 3. So I just want to say that, you know, everyone is amazing here. Even though we highlight these 2 persons, they just happen to have 1 more vote than the other person. Yes. So
Right.
thank you.
Outstanding Member Award of 2000.
And then please come up. We have a little souvenir for you. So this is
There's a Dharma work there. Dharma work on the back.
Oh, there's a Dharma work. 放眼天下. You want to translate?
Eyes on horizon.
Eyes on the horizon.
Yeah, 拍照。
哎，他得带着人吗？
Okay. Yeah, 拍了。Okay, good. Stay there and then Ben.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
This one a bit more popular, right?
道行天下 translate.
Dharma.
The way extends across the world.
He has the translation there. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Can we have 3 of you closer to the TV so that I can get the TV screen together with the
There's live people. Why do you need the picture?
No, I mean,
No, you don't block the
don't block the
TV.
TV. Yeah.
You just close.
Really? I'm terrible. I think I'm
Okay. Chuli, get closer to the TV a little bit. 过来一点好。好 ，ready? 1, 2, smile. Okay, got it.
I mean, like,
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And actually, this is just our own little appreciation for them. But there is a real award ceremony by the BLIA-YAD annual general meeting. It's coming up in November 5th. So everyone is welcome to come to the annual meeting where you can look at what each subchapter is gonna give an introduction about what they do, and SFYAD will also be have a little short clip about what we have done. Plus the award ceremony, and please come and support our own outstanding award members here, and just cheer for them on that day. So it's on the Sunday, 5th of November, 3 to 6 p.m. So please welcome you guys to come. And the advisor happened to step up now.
No, she's here.
Oh,
She's
wait,
outside.
I guess she's outside.
You guys already said a lot, so that's not much I can say here. Really proud of everyone here because you guys really make a wonderful year for San Francisco. Without anyone, any one of you, no single one can be missed because without any one of you, this cannot be that successful for all the events.
I'm very grateful to have wonderful presidents, vice presidents, and officers and board members in SFYAD because they're really awesome because they, you know, it's not only great in leadership. Really, I'm very proud of them as they're very into the Buddhist practice. It's not just knowledge. It's the way they carry themselves and the way they practice in their life. It's not only in the temple. It's also the way they, you know, everyday living. That is more important than how much we know from the book. As just, you know, quote what Vincent said in his article. Knowledge is something you learn from, you know, the book or experience, but then wisdom is you gain from your practical experience. That is more important than what you call knowledge. Because I know in this Silicon Valley, information, this is more than just informative age. It's you know, like a lot of stuff that we cannot have enough time to digest and consume. However, just take what is needed in your life. You don't need to know everything that they're throwing out on the network. Because in this data age, you cannot take all the data because you are not the big machine to process all this, you know, big data. But then what you need is you have to process your wisdom and how much wisdom you gain from your everyday life. So really wish all of us here have a successful year. Not only, you know, in the year of 2018, also the year after and after and after, because we're talking about our life is life after life and after life. So whatever seed that you're planting today, it definitely will affect you life after life and after life. So what is the best investment that we have? To plant a good seed. That is the best investment. So no matter how much investment you have in property, or no matter how much investment you have in your stock market, those are, you know, just probably benefit you for a very, you know, short period of time, probably in this lifetime. But what is really benefit you in the future that you will not, basically it's a way more than you can estimate, you can think of. Is plant a good seed. Doesn't matter what kind of seed you're planting today, you're going to carry your seed life after life and after life. So might as well just plant a good seed, because that is, you know, the best bet you can get. So you know, really carry on the great work and also continue all the great practice. Again, practice is most important. Thank you.
Thank you, Benro Melton. All right, questions. Any questions? No. Anyone already like have some interest in like joining as an organizing committee in some of our events?
Or taking on the ambassador role.
Ambassador role, yes.
How about you?
For Academy of Art.
Right, I think you will be a good
Academy of
candidate.
Art, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
bring in more designers in.
Right.
Get more
We
designers.
have your logo.
Yeah.
You know, we can talk more about that, right?
Yes, that's right, definitely.
That's fine, find a time.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
How about more ambassador?
You know, you don't have to be an alumni to
Right.
actually be an ambassador for
Right.
a school, because you know there's a lot of ways for us to engage with the
Right.
student organization. We just need one person to be, you know, the point of contact. Yeah.
How about Edward? You'll be interested
Yeah, Edward.
for the ambassador for City College. Sorry?
Even better. That's why you have all the years over there to build the relationship.
You have clubs.
3 years is a long time.
2 years is good. Then you can move on and then become an ambassador at another school. And another school. It's never been a better time. Yeah.
CCSF.
Right,
CCSF. Yes.
CCSF should have
a lot.
I haven't tried it. You're open, you like it easy. Correct state.
But then I know they
About
have
Albert,
a council.
would you be interested
They have a
to
council.
become an ambassador?
I never had any
He has to find
school
out.
in San Francisco.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You don't have to.
Because I knew someone.
That's not
As long as you're
necessarily
interested
I
in.
don't know, he's
I mean,
there.
yeah, I'm just asking.
Raymond Ford.
If
Possible.
Yeah, consider
He's a
about it.
counselor in CCS.
Albert lives in Oakland, right?
Oakland, yeah.
So, UC Berkeley?
I take bus from, well, I walk like 10 minutes off
Is
to
that
the
like close to
nearest
UC
bus
Berkeley?
station,
We
bus
have
station
another
to
member.
BART station, BART station to
Yes.
Embarcadero. Embarcadero, I'll walk another 5 minutes.
Taiwan.
5 minutes, take the bus
Yes.
all the way up here.
Yeah.
So,
I wanna go.
15, 20 minutes.
How long is the
Awesome.
whole, like, from
So,
your house to
okay.
here?
Yeah,
An
next
hour
year.
and a half.
Next year our
Understanding.
conference.
On a good day.
Sorry. Yeah. Next year our conference will be in Taiwan. In case you missed that information. So I will like you can start planning leave
Early July.
Yeah. Early July. It will be in early July.
You have to be a leader to attend?
No, for this it's a regular one, so it's not a leader. Yeah.
Is the conference about a week or how long?
About a week. Yes.
About a week. If you're considering to like travel around with the group, you maybe plan 2 or 3 weeks.